Hello, Team Garcia. My name is AJ Smith with the Hand in Hand team. Welcome to another installment of the Coach's Corner, where the Hand in Hand team focuses on skill transferring through role-playing coaching sessions, focusing on areas of opportunity. And today we have a sweet topic. Joining us, I have Irene Silva and Latanya McDuffie, who are going to be focusing on proper fallbacks, what right looks like. Have you ever found yourself in the predicament of offering an existing wireless customer an additional line? What do we do when that customer says no? Being prepared to offer wearables, that is. Let's tune in.
So, Latanya, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing great. How was your holiday weekend?
Pretty good. Spent it with family and friends. How was yours?
It was good. We did some barbecuing and a lot of eating, of course.
Yeah.
But it was really good. So I wanted to meet with you today because I listened to a call earlier, and you had made an offer to a customer who had existing wireless. However, there was no fallback on that call. Do you remember the call?
Yeah, I offered the ADL.
You did.
Yeah.
You did offer an ADL. What happened with fallback?
I normally offer the ADL. I really don't have a fallback. If they don't want it, that's normally what I do.
Yeah.
And move on.
Yeah, it's a tough situation when it comes to that scenario. But as part of call flow, you do need to overcome objections. So I just want to take this opportunity to give you some coaching on how we can do that fallback. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So the way we can do a fallback is by using by offering a smartwatch as a fallback for an existing AT&T wireless customer. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over some benefits, and we're going to go over how to use them and how to personalize them in a recommendation, and then we're going to role play. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. So first of all, you already do a great job in sharing benefits to our customers when they're a new AT&T wireless or customer, and you also do a great job overcoming objections. But with those customers who currently have AT&T for wireless, it could be a little bit more challenging, especially when you're just asking to add an additional line, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the smartwatch is actually a great complement to our smartphones, and there's so many great benefits that it makes it a great fallback. I personally think it makes it a great fallback. So real quick, I just want to remind you also that the best way to understand what is important to your customer is just to create that conversation and ask questions to understand what's important to them. This can be done by just asking, how's your day going? Or, how have you been holding up during the pandemic? Or, just like we just did, how was your holiday weekend?
Mm-hmm.
That opens up the conversation so we can learn about our customer and what they value and, maybe what their hobbies are, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So let me ask you a real quick question. Do you have a smartwatch, or do you know anyone that has a smartwatch?
I don't personally, but I do have a couple of friends that do.
Oh, okay. So do you know anything about them, like how they work, or is there anything you like about them?
I know that they work like the phone, and so you can receive calls, and I believe you can do social media on there.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so it kind of works just like a phone, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I'm going to share some experiences that I like. Well, some of the things that I like about the watch. I personally have an Apple iWatch, and I can tell you, since the pandemic, I've been doing a lot of walking and hiking, and one of the features that I really love about the watch is that it tells you, how many calories you've burned, the steps that you've taken, which, I try to get 10,000 a day. It also shows your stand activity throughout the day. I also have a group of friends that I follow that I can also see the same exact thing, how many calories they've burned or how many steps they've done throughout the day. So it kind of creates a little bit of a rivalry between us. It helps to motivate me and hold each other accountable. I also get little alerts, notifications whenever they're done with their exercise. So keeps you on your toes all day, which I really, really like. Another thing is that the smartwatch is actually kind of like a medical device because it does detect high, low, and irregular heart rhythms, which obviously can be a serious condition, right?
Mm-hmm.
Statistically speaking, many people don't even recognize that they have irregular heart rhythms because they can be so minor. But what ends up happening is that the heart rate app sends you a notification whenever it does see any changes in your heart rhythm. So, I mean, if it's something that keeps happening, or you start getting a little concerned about it, it's something that you can definitely talk to your doctor about, and show them the statistics on your watch. Okay. Another thing is that the Apple Watch can detect if you've taken a hard fall. They'll connect you to like emergency services if you're immobile, you can't get up, which I think is pretty awesome, right?
Yeah, that's super cool.
Yeah. So I think that feature is especially important for elderly people or for people who live alone. Most of us are by ourselves in the house these days, especially those that are working from home and all that good stuff, right?
Yes.
And of course, as you mentioned, the smartwatch does mirror your actual phone. So it has everything your phone does. It has the apps and it makes calls. It does text messaging. So it's basically, if you leave your phone at home, then there's no worries because you have that watch on your wrist. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a real quick role play with you. And LaTonya, you're going to be the customer. And then we're going to switch roles afterwards, okay?
Okay.
All right, so let's get started. So, LaTonya, I'm so glad that you called in today, and I wanted to thank you for being an existing AT&T wireless customer. I understand that you don't need any additional lines. I know we talked a little bit about that, and it's just you, and so that's not really something that you need to do or add right now. But we did talk a little bit about the exercising and you've been trying to exercise more during the pandemic. But which I feel is super important because it can take a toll on you and being in the house all day. Everyone needs to get out and get a little sunshine, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So, me personally, in the beginning of this whole mess, I gained I want to say 10 pounds. So I started walking and hiking. But what really made a difference for me is that I bought myself an iWatch, and one of the features that I love about the watch is the fitness tracker. Because it shows me, how many calories I burned, my steps, which, I usually try to get 10,000 steps a day, my stand activities throughout the day. But the also really cool thing is that it also lets me follow my friends and family that are doing the exercising and walking. So it's kind of a fun way to hold each other accountable, and it keeps us motivated because, it lets us know where each other is at during the day. The other great thing is that, I don't have to carry my bulky phone when I go for a hike. Because the watch works just like a phone and it's on your wrist. I can receive and make calls. I can make and receive texts. I can also connect my Bluetooth earbuds to listen to my music because I've downloaded my music apps are on my phone, so obviously they're on my watch. So I have my Pandora and I have my Spotify on there as well. So it makes it really easy. So I know that you're going to love it. I know that you've been really trying to get into this exercise thing, and I think this is going to be a great motivator for you. Since you're already an existing AT&T wireless customer, it's only $10 to add to your plan, and as low as $11 a month for 30 months for the watch itself. And right now, we're currently offering a $200 off the second one. So if you have somebody that a birthday's coming up or an anniversary, you want to surprise them with a watch, now would be the time to do that. So we have great colors. We have blue, we have black, we have silver, and we have gold. Which one would you be interested in today?
Well, I already have a Fitbit that counts my steps, so I don't feel like I need to spend that money right now.
Okay. Well, you know what? I can understand that. I actually had a Fitbit prior to the watch, but I always had to carry my phone around with me. So the iPhone, again, it had everything. It has everything. My personal phone is integrated with my watch, like my apps, my pictures, my contacts. So I'm not missing anything when I leave my phone at home. So that's been a real plus for me, the difference between the Fitbit and my iWatch. Plus, I know you're going to have a good time watching and competing with your friends and family. I promise you it's really addicting to watch other people exercise throughout the day. And for less than $1, I would say it would be totally worth it. So let's get it started, and I promise you won't be disappointed.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, let's get that set up. All right, so LaTonya, what did you think about that? Give me your feedback and what takeaways did you have?
Well, I really didn't know about all the features on the smartwatch. So the fact that you can the heart monitor, you can do irregularities. That's pretty cool because most of us don't even know that's happening. So that's a good feature, and especially the exercising and not having be able to carry it. So I think all those were good benefits, and you tied it in with the customer and what they were doing. So I thought it was a strong offer.
Okay. Yeah, so like I said, it's important to understand having that conversation with your customers to learn what's important to them, right? And to be able to pick that one thing that iWatch will be of value to them. Helps with the recommendation, and it makes a strong offer. So do you have any questions as far as the benefits or anything that's...
No.
All right, so we're going to turn this around, and I'm going to have you be the customer, and I'm going to be the representative. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
All right, go ahead.
So, Irene, I'm so glad that you called in today and were able to resolve your concern with your landline. I know we talked about possibly adding an additional phone to you and your mother's plan, but at this time you said no because it's not really something that you need because you have that Fitbit. However, you did also say that you were exercising and trying to, get in shape and get into fitness and all that, and then you said your mom was away and she doesn't live with you and she's up in age and you worry about her. And, of course, I don't blame you because right now no one's able to visit or look or see anybody due to the pandemic. It's scary. So I understand that there's a major concern there. So I have a friend that recently bought an Apple Watch for her mom. She lives alone, and the watch can detect if the mom falls. And if she falls, it alerts actually emergency services, which is a big one because right now, we deal with a lot of customers. Particularly, we have a lot of customers like yourself that are older and up in age, but still take the landline. So this is a great benefit for that. Also, it tracks, has a family tracker on there, so she can see what her mom is doing, or you can see what your mom is doing at any time. That's a great one. So she lives alone, so you can always have an eye on her. I think that's a great benefit as well. So she's at home in a different location, even though she might want to live with you. I know she's probably stubborn and not into that, so I think this is a great way to be able to track her and be able to see what she's doing at all times. So with that being said, I'd recommend an Apple Watch wearable for not just you, but just your mom as well. We currently have a great BOGO going on where you buy one and get one $200 off the regular rate. So let's definitely set it up today, Irene, so you will be worry-free and you'll know what your mom's doing all the time.
That was great, Latanya. You did a great job. So you created value in your recommendation. You sounded really confident, and you gave great benefits. You personalized your benefits in the offer, so that means you really had that conversation with your customer and learn what was going on in the household. Mm-hmm. So that was a great job. You sound very confident with the benefits. Do you feel confident with the recommendation? The fallback?
Yeah. We get stuck on doing ADLs a lot because we're not used to doing that. We do a follow up with the ADL, but nothing else. But knowing the benefits of a wearable is a good one because I didn't know that it had exactly the same thing on the phone, so you didn't have to take it. I thought you had to have it like close to it or something like that. So I thought that was great. So yeah, I'm definitely going to use it in my calls because I definitely want to close more wireless for sure.
Yeah, well, good. I'm glad to hear that. So it is a great way to overcome objections when people are, tell you no, they don't need an additional phone. So going forward, to have your commitment to offer the wearable as a fallback in those situations.
Yes. Every call, Bob.
Great. That sounds good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a remote observation on you either later on today or tomorrow to listen for those great offers. So I'm looking forward to hearing your fallbacks on that. Okay.
Okay. All right.
All right. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
You too.
Round of applause there, Irene and Latanya, for that great role play of a coaching session addressing overcoming objections and having a fallback offer. I'd like to highlight some key takeaways before we depart today. When coaching your agent to an area of opportunity or focus, it's important to gauge the agent's understanding of the expectation prior to offering coaching. Notice how Irene asked Latanya, after offering the additional line and the customer declined, how come we didn't fall back? This gave Latanya the opportunity to let her coach know that I simply didn't know what to fall back after they declined my offer. This allowed Irene to be more effective in her coaching by isolating that her agent simply did not have enough features and benefits and product knowledge around wearables. Irene was even able to educate her agent around specific features and benefits. That way her agent felt more knowledgeable and comfortable when offering wearables as a fallback on her next call. The next step was probably one of the most important, and that's when the coach does a skill transfer role play to their agent, showing what right looks like, setting clear expectations. This gives the coach the opportunity to ask the agent, what were your takeaways and what will you try on your next call? Next, you would ask the agent to then exemplify by role playing themselves so that they can get comfortable. Before sending them back to the calls, set clear expectations on when you'll follow up and let the agent know that you're always there to help and you're only an email or cue away. Thanks for that role play today, Irene and Latanya. Thank you for joining me again for another episode of the Coach's Corner. Until next time, growth with respect.